In the previous videos of this channel, you saw how I raised to 0 equals to 1 means no rotation. This is the starting point. How I raised to 1 equals to I is nothing but a rotation by 90 degree in the anti-clockwise direction in a vertical plane. How I raised to 2 equals to minus 1 means a 180 degree rotation. Minus 1 indicates opposite direction to I raised to 0. That is what the minus sign denotes. I raised to 3 denotes a rotation by 270 degrees, and I raised to 4 denotes a full and a complete rotation of 300. All this rotation is assumed to be in the anti-clockwise direction. The truth is that I raised to any multiple of 4 will be equals to 1 because it denotes full integral number of rotations, that is rotation by 360 degree or 720 degree, which is 360 into 2, 360 into 3, and so on. So I raised to any multiple of 4 like 8, 12, 16, 400, 800, 40,000, they all will come back to 1. I raised to 4 means complete rotations. Now I raised to any even number which is not a multiple of 4 will be equals to minus 1. This is I raised to 2, I raised to 6 will be minus 1, I raised to 10 will be minus 1, I raised to 14 will be minus 1, I raised to 18 will be minus 1, and you can put any number like 202 for example. 200 is a multiple of 4, so it will be equals to 1, but I raised to 202 will be 2 more rotations in 90 degree in the anti-clockwise direction, so it will come to minus 1. So you can conclude that I raised to any multiple of 4 will be 1, and I raised to any even number which is not a multiple of 4 will be minus 1. Now I raised to any multiple of 4 plus 1, that is 400, I raised to 400 will be 1, but I raised to 401 will be equals to I. Now just look below, you will see that I raised to any multiple of 4 minus 1. For example, I raised to 4 minus 1, I raised to 3, or I raised to 400 minus 1, that is I raised to 399 will be equal to minus I. This is this is applicable to all the numbers. You can take a number like 4000, which is a multiple of 4. I raised to 4000 will be equals to 1, and I raised to 4001 will be equals to I raised to 399 will be equals to minus I. So put together we can put it this way, that I raised to any multiple of 4 will be equals to 1 because they denote full rotations of 360 degrees, 720 degrees, and so on. That means the entire cycle is completed. I raised to any multiple of 4 plus 1, that is I raised to 5, I raised to 9, I raised to 13 will be equals to I raised to any even number which is not a multiple of 4, 2, 6, 10, 14 will be equals to minus 1. Any even number but not a multiple of 4. This will be equals to minus 1, that is, it is pointing in the opposite direction from the starting point. If I raised to 0 is the starting point, that is 1, I raised to 0 equals to 1 means the starting point. I raised to minus 1, I raised to any multiple of 4, any even number which is not a multiple of 4 equals to minus 1 will simply means pointing in the opposite direction from the starting point. The magnitude is the same, that is what 1 denotes. Magnitude of minus 1 and 1 is 1. That means the magnitude is the same, but the direction is completely opposite. That is what it means. Now I raised to any multiple of 4 minus 1 will be equals to minus I. This will be 400 minus 1, 399. I think you have got the entire equation, you've got the entire concept by now. Just certain things to remember before we end this video. This entire rotation happens in a plane that is vertical, that is kept vertical. It's a vertical plane that is facing you. That is what the face of this vertical plane should be facing you. This is the I plane. If this rotation was happening in a horizontal plane, you donate it by J. If this happens in a vertical plane but which is going forward, from forward to backward or backward to forward, that is, imagine a wheel that is turning towards you or away from you, then it would be donated by J. Just as X, Y and Z denote 3 different ways in which things can move, I, J and K denote 3 different ways, 3 different planes of rotation. Plus I means you are rotating in the anti-clockwise direction. If you are moving from I raised to 0 to I raised to 1 to I raised to 2, you will see positive values and then the negative values coming. Plus I will come first, then minus 1, then minus I. If you are moving in the clockwise direction, it is considered as negative rotation. So from 1 you move to minus I. Minus means you are moving in the opposite, then minus 1, then I, and so on. But this entire thing is periodic, that is, it will keep repeating. That is the reason why you see I raised to 4 equals to I raised to 8 equals to I raised to 12 coming back to 1, because they all means complete rotations have happened, or full integral number of rotations have happened. Whatever you are seeing in these videos are excerpts from 3 ebooks, namely Visualizing Math 1, Visualizing Math 2 and Quantum Leaps. What if you were told that all the building blocks of math can be visualized through one ebook, that is complex numbers, trigonometry, matrices, so on. In this ebook you were told with the help of images of how sine is a measure of how much perpendicular. So when you throw the ball onto the wall at 90 degrees, the impact is maximum, it is full, so 400 kilonewton force will be transferred fully onto the wall. But the same ball, when it is thrown at 30 degrees, the impact reduces to half. The impact now will be 200 degrees. This is not because the force has reduced, but the angle has reduced. So when angle changes, impact changes. The transpose of a matrix is nothing but the entire matrix rotated by 180 degrees around the diagonal. The diagonal of the matrix is the axle of rotation. The complex conjugate is nothing but vertically opposite mirror image of the original. 3 plus 4i and 3 minus 4i are example. The link to these ebooks is mentioned in the description. So that was all from my side. I'm sorry for the poor voice quality. I'm open to suggestions.